Audio on demand from Vision Christian Media.
Exploring faith and the future. Neil Johnson and Bible teacher Dr. Kameel Majdali.
We're talking about a biblical approach to handling debt in our lives. While debt's a challenge for governments around the world, it's also a challenge in our own personal finances. Kameel, when you're in the middle of a crisis, debt is on top of you, you're feeling overwhelmed. What do you do about that circumstance?
First of all, Neil, it's important for people to understand that if they're struggling with debt, you're not alone. There's many struggling with debt. And as you've just alluded to, national governments are struggling with debt. Debt is not some virus that we catch in the air. It is the product of decisions we make and attitudes that we hold. We are in the debt situation usually, especially in the Western world, because of our own making. Either we didn't know, or we were a bit too ambitious, or shall we say materialistic, and we had to have everything now rather than have the maturity and patience to wait and save for it. Ultimately, these things have a nasty ability to catch up with us and to overwhelm us. I've often said that having financial pressure day after day after day is worse than a physical ailment. And I still say that because I've seen what the look on people's faces when they get up every morning and realize this monster of debt is a gorilla, not a monkey, but a gorilla on their back, and they don't know how to get it off. However, good news, friends, God will make a way where there seems to be no way.
How do you find that way? When you're a Christian, you're a follower of Christ, you're implementing principles in your life as a follower. Obviously, there's a connection to God and an expectation that He is going to give by some revelation, some way of moving forward. How do you expect and wait to hear God's voice in how to move forward?
Some of the things that come to mind, Neil, to me, is first of all, acknowledge that there's a problem. It's amazing how many people have massive problems and never want to admit it, either out of ignorance, out of pride, perhaps they're afraid of losing face, but you'll never break free until you actually admit the problem exists. That's the fundamental first start. The second thing is find out why you have this problem. In this case, massive debt. I'm in massive debt, I admit it. Second thing, why I'm in massive debt. What happened to get me into this place? If you're not able to figure it out on your own, then I'm sure you can find someone that can help you. At least find out, what did you do? What happened? Where did things go wrong that you're now in the situation you're in? It tells us in Proverbs 4, get wisdom, and with all you're getting, get understanding. It's like a tree of life, Neil, when you can get wisdom and understanding. And wisdom and understanding are not just decisions we make, they are passions we pursue. We pursue wisdom and understanding more passionately than we pursue just about anything else. Once you have understanding about why you're in that problem, you are in excellent striking distance to working out a solution.
We've been talking about debt as an attitude. It's so discouraging when you're in debt. To encourage yourself in the Lord is one way, I guess, of breaking free from those shackles that hold you back and say you feel defeated and you could never come out of this debt. I suspect that the attitude of our hearts responds to encouragement.
It is important that we are encouraged and built up in the Lord if we're going to conquer anything in life, including the debt bomb. We do need to be encouraged, but we also need to be, as I said, honest. We need to seek understanding of how the situation happened, and then we need to be prepared to listen, and that's not easy for a lot of people, but to listen to wise counsel, how to get out of the debt problem. It's not going to be always an easy thing, but it's doable. God can make a way, but until we listen to wisdom, we remain in the realm of the foolish. But once we say yes to the words of wisdom, we are on our way to a solution.
Faith and the future with Neil Johnson and Dr. Kameel Majdali from Teach All Nations. Find articles, videos and podcasts from Dr. Kameel plus today's and other episodes of Faith in the Future in the Vision app or at vision.org.au.
Thanks for taking time to listen to this audio on demand from Vision Christian Media. To find out more about us, go to vision.org.au.